hope you're all doing well today. Thank you for being a part of today's focus group webinar, An Introduction to Zoho Apptics. In this session, we'll have a quick introduction to Zoho's mobile application analytics, in-app usage, and performance monitoring solution. I am Supraja from Zoho Apptics, and I'll be your host today. Joining me are Sam, Saranan, and Lakshmikant, who will be acting as a panelist today. So do make the most of their presence and feel free to ask any related questions towards the end of the session. Or you can also ask questions as we progress using the chat interface. We had to pre-record this webinar to avoid any technical difficulties as much as possible. However, if you do face any issues during the session, please be kind to us and let us know in the chat box and we'll rectify it ASAP. So here goes the agenda for today. We'll be sharing the behind the scenes of building a privacy by design analytics solution, and then we'll look at how Zoho's own mobile apps are using Apptics day in and day out, and then we'll have a quick run through of the features, and lastly we'll have a live Q&A at the end. So let's get started. But before we progress with the session, let me ask you a simple question. Can you name any 10 apps that you use often or daily? And you can take a moment to retrospect and see if they're really useful for you or not. Well, you might get 7 or maybe more than 10 apps easily on your list. But what about the rest of those apps that remain unused most of the time? Sometimes you won't even spot them unless your device says, hey, there are 6 unused apps on your device. It would be better if you could clean them up to save some space for your selfies. True, isn't it? Well, jokes apart, we all live in this double tap era where day-to-day activities move in seconds with mobile apps. It could be either with a simple touch or using gestures. But one thing is set on stone. In this fast-paced world, staying ahead of the game has become a must for businesses. So here's a quick poll question for you. Are you familiar with mobile analytics solutions? Yes, I've been already using mobile application analytics tools. I'm somewhat familiar with this topic but haven't tried one yet. What? Do we have analytics specific to mobile apps? I didn't know that. Well, we have many reactions to this question, but we would like to understand what you think about this. So go ahead and make your choice. This poll will help us gauge your familiarity with today's topic. Okay, so meanwhile, here's something interesting that I found when I had a fun chat with ChatGPT. I asked ChatGPT, hey, when was the first web analytics introduced? And it gave me an answer which I then verified with other sources, and here's what I finally came up with. The first web analytics solution was introduced around the mid-1990s by a company called WebTrends. It helped website owners to track visitor behavior and website performance. But fast forward to 2010s, we had a much mature market with many competent web and product analytics. And as the mobile economy grew, a new market emerged called the mobile app analytics. Today, we have an entire new market of mobile application analytics solutions that help businesses extend their services globally and provide personalized experiences through mobile apps. We develop apps and provide personalized experiences to users. However, we still doubt if they actually bring in great results. Eventually, we are left with uncertainty and many questions still remain unanswered. Do users really find the app useful? If so, then which features help them? And are there any certain features that they want in particular? And when users are really happy with your app, why do users still drop off or uninstall the app? The list just goes on. So here's where application analytics solutions come in handy for app developers and marketers. They help you find answers to all these questions about your app. They collect and analyze the in-app usage and performance data within minutes, then provide insights on your app's user behavior and engagement, and help you optimize and personalize app experiences for you. Zoho Apptics is the application analytics, in-app usage, and performance monitoring solution that gives you insights on your app's usage, health, engagement, performance, and growth. And in one line, I can say that it tells you everything you need to know about your app within a single console. From being a privacy by design alternative for other analytic solutions to a full stack platform for apps, Aptix has traveled a long way. And did you know all the Zoho and Manage Engine apps use Zoho Apptics day in and day out to understand how well their app is performing, what are the issues that the users face, when and where do users drop off, and which features need to be optimized so that they can provide a better app experience. Until now, there are more than 200 active projects and 13.2 billion sessions that have been tracked by Aptix for Zoho and Manage Engine mobile apps so far. Now that we have mentioned Aptix being the privacy friendly alternative, we need to share why we built such an analytics tool, especially for mobile apps. Now, we all know that when it comes to analytics, data and its sources play a crucial role and they determine the accuracy and reliability of the information that we analyze. The app market is growing rapidly, and the demand for first party in app data has also increased multifolds. However, given the global market is vast and diverse, with varying demographics and different market segments, businesses are pushed to seek more data from the second and third parties to gain a competitive advantage. This situation has become quite complex right now. So let's understand this with an example. Zilker mobile app. Zilker is an e-commerce website that provides fast online shopping services and provides a much personalized experience on its mobile app. This made Zilker a popular brand among households and gained a large user base across the globe. But suddenly, the market landscape changed when privacy laws like GDPR and CCPA were introduced. User consent and data privacy became the top priority. Analytics tools faced a significant backlash and scrutiny and had to adapt to meet the new privacy requirements. Users became more aware about the uninformed data collection, and the focus shifted to the problems revolving around the collection of excessive personal information, usage of privacy invasive techniques to track interactions, and data brokering. Businesses had to rethink their decisions and change their approach towards data collection, analysis, and data sharing practices. Zilker now had only two options: either to continue using an analytics tool that might compromise users' data or look for any other alternatives. And that's where Zilker found Zoho Apptics. Now, when we say that an analytics tool is a privacy by design solution, it seems contradictory. That's because when it comes to data collection, processing, and control, there's a thin line that determines whether you're collecting useful data for analysis or invading the user's privacy. Zoho Apptics provides quality analytics without compromising on your user's privacy. In Apptics, developers decide what data needs to be collected, and users have complete control over what data they want to share with us. And as a result, Aptix processes only the required data that was collected with user consent into data driven insights. Yes, you heard it right. You can get first party data while prioritizing your user's privacy. All you need to do is be transparent on how you use this data, let the users decide whether to share the data or not, make sure you're compliant with the global data privacy and security regulations. We don't rely on any ad trackers like IDFAs or AAIDs and no third party cookies for collecting data. So you don't have to worry about showing the app tracking transparency pop ups for iOS and other Apple apps anymore. Quite relieving, isn't it? Aptix provides role based access control for individual modules, which notes every action performed in the console as a record in the audit logs. We have also introduced the industry's first user consent management that enables users to have complete control over their data sharing preferences. With all these small steps, privacy has become an inherent part of a solution and is not anymore an afterthought. Moving on, Zoho Apptics supports a multitude of SDKs, setting it apart as a unique and versatile analytics solution. With varying demands and ever changing technology, it becomes challenging for an app developer to take care of everything. That's why Aptix supports apps built for the entire Apple ecosystem, that is iOS, macOS, watchOS, iPadOS, and tvOS, Android, Windows, React Native, and Flutter. Also, support for Unity is on its way. So now that we know that Aptix is a multi-platform solution, let's also look at the general market landscape to understand how existing application analytics solutions serve businesses right now. Today's market landscape is such that when you want to understand your app's health, you use a solution, maybe Firebase, Instabug, etc. And when you want to understand your app's engagement stats, you have to use another solution. And then, if you want to track your App Store and Play Store reviews and improve your app's ASO, you need to use another solution again. But the point is, you don't need so many different solutions just because you need to track 10 different aspects of your life cycle, isn't it? This can be simplified. Zoho Apptics is a comprehensive analytics tool that has a solution for all your app issues. And that's how we have filled the next two slides with purpose built features. We have crash analytics, in app feedback, bug reporting, in app ratings, remote logger, store reviews, remote config, in app updates. And then we have funnels, retention, custom events, sessions, screens, API metrics, user consent, and role based access. Well, this sounded like a wrap, didn't it? That's why we have grouped all these features into different categories according to their purpose. So each segment can help you solve different problems. But before we look into those segments, let's first take a sneak peek into what Zoho Apptics actually looks like. This is the screenshot of the Apptics console. The Apptics console has around 25 modules covering its features, and each one of them is available as a plug and play module. With the plug and play approach, we keep the SDK size to the minimal viable option. So once you integrate the Apptics Analytics SDK, crashes, screens, and sessions are tracked by default. Now, let's look at the feature segments that we spoke about one by one. First off is app adoption. You can measure your app's adoption with metrics that help you understand how well your app is received in the marketplace. Say an e-commerce app got 100 app downloads last week and you were one of them. This means that as soon as you installed the app and once your device got registered with Apptics, it was counted as a new device. Similarly, you can see the number of active devices in the past week. It shows the unique number of devices that opened the app at least once in that week. You can also look into the number of new active devices, sessions, and screens, and crashes for individual countries as well. Then we have app health. Before you focus on your app's engagement and growth, it is important to ensure that you provide your users a smooth and crash free experience. With real time crash reporting, bug reporting, and remote logger, app developers can understand the app's health and performance, identify the underlying issues, and debug issues efficiently. So, whenever the app crashes, Apptix sends an instant crash report which can be used for debugging later. And then you can also have a deeper look into the unique issues that caused the crashes, analyze various crash instances and timelines, and know more about the crash environment and stack traces that make the debugging process way more quick and easy. The next one on the list is app quality. By enhancing app quality, you improve the user experience and satisfaction. It helps you enhance the app's quality and visibility in the marketplace with features such as in app feedback and store reviews. Say a user encounters a problem while using an e commerce app. They are not able to view the items that they had added in the cart. They can simply shake their smart devices to prompt a feedback pop up, report the problem, and provide immediate feedback without having to leave the app. Likewise, with store reviews, you can view all the ratings and reviews that your app receives on both the Play Store and App Store and analyze user sentiments and respond to reviews from within the console. Our roadmap includes the entire ASO for apps, and store reviews is our first step towards it. Coming to app growth, you can optimize your app experience, make dynamic changes to your app, and improve your app adoption with features such as in app updates, in app ratings, and remote configuration. These are some of the key differentiating features of Apptics. With in app updates, you can configure update alert pop ups across multiple platforms and ensure that users experience the latest version of the app. While Google provides Android in app alerts for Android apps, Aptic supports in app updates not only for Android but also for Windows and the entire Apple ecosystem. Moving forward, let's talk about in app ratings. It helps you prompt ratings pop up to users at the right moment. You can set the criteria that you want your users to fulfill before showing the pop up. In app ratings allows you to decide to whom, when, and where the ratings pop up should be shown. Next up is remote configuration. Say you need to display a custom banner for the upcoming monsoon sale, or show a new option of express delivery that can be availed only in specific countries. You can make these changes directly to the app without actually releasing an app update. You can configure minor changes and customize your app's behavior and appearance remotely. Then we have app engagement. As the name suggests, you can track, measure, and analyze the engagement metrics about the app. You can track the number of visits for individual screens in the app, the amount of time users spend with the app, that is, sessions, track various actions that are performed within the app using custom events, and track important APIs used in the app and measure their efficiency and success rates. The next is the data safety and privacy part that we emphasized a lot about in the beginning. User consent management, role based access, and audit logs. All of these features help in ensuring that the app analytics and user privacy are always at par with each other. And our journey doesn't end here. There are upcoming features in our pipeline such as ASO, that is App Store Optimization, then APM, App Performance Monitoring, push notifications, in app messaging, user segments and user flow, user acquisition tracking, heat maps, and much more. Analytic Solutions offers some of these features as individual products, but it's hard to find them all in a single solution. Zoho Apptics provides everything you need in a single console in a single package. Till now, the market landscape is that we either have developer-centric tools like Firebase, Instabug, and Sentry, or market-specific solutions like CleverTap, Mixpanel, and MoEngage. We have great solutions in the market, but they serve these segments separately. And here's where we, at Apptics, want to bridge the gap between app developers and app marketers. Apptics covers the analytical needs of everyone involved in the app's lifecycle. Whether you're an app developer, marketer, manager, it doesn't matter. Zoho Apptics has you covered. The one solution for application analytics, introducing Zoho Apptics. Woo! We went through the whole journey of Apptics, how Zoho Apptics was built, why was it built at the first place, and understood how it can help you grow your business and improve your app's performance, quality, engagement, and enhance your app's growth. Now it's time that we look into the Apptics console and get a first-hand experience on how it works. Here we go! Do you remember Zilker that was discussed earlier? Zilker is a successful e-commerce website which grew to be a global brand with the help of its mobile apps and its personalized experiences. Zilker has apps across multiple platforms and is looking for a privacy-friendly application analytics solution. Now imagine you're an app developer at Zilker and you decide to use Apptics as your analytics solution. Let's explore the steps that will help you get started with Apptics. You start by creating a new portal. In Apptics, portal acts as an organizational setup where you can add all the apps that you want to integrate with Apptics as individual projects. You can consider a portal as a portfolio of different projects with respective data and stats. So you can do that once you sign in into the Apptics console, and you can create a portal from here. Now, once the portal is created, you can add a project under the portal. Once the project is created successfully, you need to register and add apps across multiple platforms to Apptics. And once you do that, you need to register and add apps across multiple platforms to Apptics, and you can start the registration from here. Provide the necessary details to register the app, and once the app is registered, you can start downloading the config file and proceed with the further steps as given in the UI to configure and finally integrate the Apptics SDK to your mobile app. So once a portal is created in Apptics, it will be listed here. This is the Manage Portal page, and from here you can see all the portals that you're a part of. The individual who creates the portal is the super admin, and in this case, I'll be the super admin since I have created this portal. You can access the portal by clicking on Go to Portal, and this is how the portal would look like inside. So this is the homepage view where you'll have an overview of the stats available for your portal. So once you complete the configuration steps and integrate the Apptics SDK with your mobile app, this is how your homepage will look like. Now let's take a look into how the Apptics console looks like for each project. Click on Zilker, and here we are. Once you have completed the SDK integrations and added your app's application IDs to the project, stats start flowing into your project dashboard. It is time that we look into our console. So the console is divided mainly into three parts: the left menu, and then the console, and then the right strip. And lastly, we also have the right menu. First, we have the left menu. The left menu helps you navigate through different modules, and then you can perform all the configurations and actions for each respective module within this console. And then we have the right strip from where you can access portal members, view audit logs, and then have meetings with your portal members whenever they're available. And then we have the right menu. The right menu helps you to manage settings and make changes on the portal level. You can add application IDs to your project from Quick Start. And from Quick Start, you can add application IDs for each platform, access useful guides like user guide, SDK guide, and so on. And then you can manage project members from here. But before you add members to your project, you need to invite them to your portal first. And you can do that by clicking on the profile picture, and then the right menu will appear. From the right menu, you can set email notification preferences for your team, access portal settings, portal members, and invite portal members from here. You can either invite users to your portal from here or from portal settings. From portal settings, you can also decide the roles of the users that will be a part of your portal, and then assign privileges for the roles that you add for your portal, and add apps that you want to cross promote from here. Lastly, the left menu helps you navigate through more than 25 modules that we discussed earlier. So they have been categorized based on their purpose, and you have quality, growth, engagement, audience, and project settings. And under project settings, you can manage all the settings with respect to the project from here. This was a quick tour into the world of Apptics. Hope you enjoyed this journey. And to know more, please do visit us at our website, zoho.com/apptics, and you can contact us at support@zohoapptics.com for any queries and questions. Thanks for your time.